何これ、なんで水着、しかもここ白浜だよな。
サジュさん、
マジか。
So tell me why. The Dream Boy is a realist. Once it began pivoting away from Natsukawa, and once our boy decided to show interest in another girl in Sasaki, the show immensely got better. I think this episode was awesome and fantastic. Now, one of the things that really stuck out to me, and they kind of drove it home a little faster than I would have liked, is I was also, like you guys, under the impression that our boy isn't exactly courting a college girl, that she might be younger than him. What I don't like about this show is he's like a freshman in high school and she's a third-year middle schooler, meaning she's 15, he's 16. There's like a year difference between them. And I do not enjoy it's in Japanese anime a lot where they're like, oh, you're middle school? Skirt. Like, oh no, we can't do anything because you're a year younger. It's like, bro, she's gorgeous. You're feeling her. She seems like she's gonna be all about you. She's giving you the times of day. You're obviously like very attracted to her and what she brings to the table. She's only a year younger than you. And before she physically told you with her own mouth, you thought that she had the mature presence of a college girl who was literally 2, 3, or 4 years your senior. So, like, this girl has everything that you're looking for, but because she's now a third-year middle schooler, you're like, absolutely not. And middle school in Japan means something very different than it does here. Third years from them, they go all the way, they go to middle school all the way to 15 years old, as opposed to us here, we start freshman year in high school at 14, right? So there's a big difference in the way our school systems work. And the other thing, too, that I always find very interesting when they show these Japanese main characters going like, oh, you're younger? Absolutely not. Younger sister Kun over here cannot do it. Is like, even in Japan, there's a society that every married couple go ask, if you were to go and ask and survey them, just like here in America, 90% of the wives of their husbands are way younger than the husband themselves. 2, 3, 4, 5 years younger than them. So they're also in a society to where typically men over there, they also date younger women. The reason I'm bringing that up is I don't really enjoy when they do that. You're perfect for me, but you're 1 year younger. Absolutely not. And because it's just so unrealistic. And even if I think about like myself, when I was dating in high school, there was so many, not that many, my wife might be watching this. There wasn't that many, a couple of girls that I dated who just ended up being younger. I was a junior, they were a freshman, or I was a senior, they were a sophomore or something like that. You know what I mean? If you're digging someone, that's not really something that you typically think about. Now, I know for girls is a lot different. I know dating younger for girls is more of a, this guy's gotta be like, he's gotta be something, to really go down that avenue, but it still happens, right? But for men, the reality is most of the time the girl is typically of same age or younger. That's typically the way it goes. And then you have that 0.001% who end up with older ladies, which that does happen as well. But again, not the norm, more of the outside thing. So reason I'm harping on that is I just didn't like the moment that he found out that she was younger versus older. He suddenly, like, his whole mystification of her just kind of went out the window. Not that he was going to really court her or in that way either, but if he would, I think this would be a much better show for it. But instead, we're going to be pivoting back to Natsukawa. And this girl, Sasaki, is probably going to end up being, unfortunately, a thing of the past, even though she is awesome and bubbly and she brings an extra oomph to the show. And if they would actually start dating, I think it would actually bring like an extra, like, how does Sean Paul say it? The right temperature. You know what I mean? It just brings like an extra little something to the show. And then you would have Natsukawa or Aichi or whatever her name is, from the or K, I'm sorry. You would have Natsukawa, Aichi's this guy. You have K and Natsukawa from the outside being like, yo, what the hell? Where's our boy? It's our man's, right? Among the other girls, that are showing interest in our main character. And the other cool thing is he'll be dating somebody outside of school, which I think will be even more awesome. And the reality is this girl next year is going to be in high school and she'll be a year younger, where I guess it'll be more acceptable. So I don't know. I really enjoyed this episode though, up until that point of where he was like, oh no, sticky, middle school. No, 1 year younger. No way. You know what I mean? Up until that point, I was all about it. I really like their vibes that they're throwing down. I like everything the show is really doing. And again, I think that the show, it becomes instantly better the moment we pivot away from Natsukawa. I just don't really see her as being all that, or at least the show isn't doing a good enough job of making her something more special than her competition out there, who might show a little bit more interest in Aichi, our character, right? Because she didn't really start showing any interest in him at all until he decided to just, I'm done. And you have these other girls over there who, you know, are better options for him. But again, the show revolves around her, and it revolves around him being the dream boy, but he's a realist, understanding that he can't get the dream girl. So anyways, let me know what you guys thought about this episode in the comments below. Let me know what you think about Sasaki. And are you also, no, 1 year younger, stinky, or are you like, yeah, this is kind of a silly thing as well? Let me know what you think in the comments. Neither answer is wrong. This is just my personal view on a situation that the anime brings forward. Again, am I right? Absolutely not. Am I wrong? Absolutely not. I'm neither of the two. It just depends on the person who is listening to my opinion, who may go on one side or the other. Either way, I'll see you in the comments, and I'll see you next week. Peace, my friends. I'm a Sasaki stan now. Oh my god. Oh, bye.